tell you about some 80 and 90-year-old nuns in Indiana. They had heard the new rules that you have to come with ID, but they showed up with outdated passports and such, and they thought that they could still vote. And you know what? They were turned away. They were barred from voting.
Sorry, sisters, your nefarious plans to commit voter fraud were all for naught. Photo ID laws are becoming increasingly common and increasingly controversial.
There has never been in my lifetime, since we got rid of the Jim Crow burdens on voting, the determined effort to limit the franchise that we see today.
Are these laws a necessary safeguard or an electoral dysfunction?
Electoral dysfunction. Where's the pill for this affliction?
2012 has seen a vast increase in the number of states considering or enforcing photo ID laws for voters. Some claim the laws prevent voter fraud, but others see them as a step backward. And still others, well, they just enjoy the fringe benefits.
Voter ID, which is going to allow Governor Romney to win the state of Pennsylvania. Done.
I'm Mo Rocca, at least according to every document in my wallet. And in order to understand this issue, I went to one of the first states to require photo ID, Indiana. The U.S. Supreme Court upheld Indiana's law, even though there had never been an instance of voter impersonation in the state. But hey, better safe than sorry. Are you concerned about voter fraud?
Yes.
What kind?
Democrats.
When I talked to my own constituents, for many of them it seemed to be a no-brainer. They were used to showing ID for renting a movie or writing a check. So to ensure the integrity of our election process seemed like something that should have been done a long time ago. We've done everything in terms of making it easier for people to get ID. They can get it for free.
What isn't clearly articulated, though, is that it's not really free unless you have a host of documentation. Say you're born in Marion County, where Indianapolis is located. You go to the Marion County Health Department. You fill out this form. You then have to have this form signed by a notary public. But this is kind of the kicker here. The notary public has to mark one of these 4 boxes, that you have brought in either a valid driver's license, a valid state identification card, a valid military card, or a valid passport. If you had any of these things, you wouldn't need to request
Your birth certificate. So it's kind of a catch-22.
Yes.
It's the new modern-day poll tax. You pay for the underlying documents. ID will be free, but you have to pay for that certified birth certificate. They're not preventing fraud, they're preventing voting.
New laws restricting voting may make it harder for, by some estimates, more than 5 million people to cast ballots this November. That's more than the margin of victory in 2 out of the last 3 presidential elections. Learn the laws in your district so you know what counts as valid ID and what doesn't.
Oh, well, here's a credit card.
No, it's not working.
Okay, well, then I'll show you my Social Security card.
No.
What about my right to vote?
Sorry.